Welcome to our first webinar in 2018. We are part of the T.E.D program. It is Erasmus Plus Program about thought, education, and dissemination. Today we will talk about creative ways of communication, and we will focus on social media. We will tell you something about how to raise awareness for your cause. We will talk about and also NGOs. Let's start with our presentation. So I would like to say first some statistics that we all know of. So Facebook is still the most popular social media platform. For example, in America, there are 86% of Americans that are currently internet users, and most of them use Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Twitter, and all the other social media. So we think that it's very important to educate about social media and how to properly do a digital communication, because as you can see on our right statistics, much more money is invested in advertisement over the digital media than, for example, for TV. So this is definitely the channel we will use for communication in the future as well as we use it now. Yeah. Okay, now 2.31 billion people use social networks worldwide, and this number is increasing every day. This chart that you can see is social media by the and also how many time it takes for you to do it properly. So for example, first thing you have to do is listen to your customers, your followers, so you can know their needs. For example, you can use Google Alerts, Social Mention, Scout Labs, Radian, and a lot of different tools. And it can take you about 15 minutes a day. Promote, like broadcast and share your content. We use Twitter mostly and ping and share this and a lot of different channels for this. Then again, you would like your followers to engage in some communication, to participate. Then you can make some campaigns on Facebook, maybe LinkedIn, also Twitter, and this will take you about 30 minutes a day. Then you have to create some content that you can publish that shareable, and of course build your community. So if you want to build high engagement from your followers, and it will take you more time and more preparation to do so. So now we will tell you some tips and tricks how to do it right, how to do it good, how to be creative while doing it. I have today four wonderful colleagues of mine who will tell you something about social media and how to use them in campaigns for raising awareness and civil activism. So first we have Irina. Irina, can you tell us something about yourself and tell us something about how do NGOs use social media in everyday life?
I am Irina. I teach public relations at a private university in Iași, Romania. And I will be very glad to tell you some tips for a good social media communication for the NGOs. So, first of all, the NGOs should always be aware while communicating about about its public, meaning the sponsors and the community that it is trying to help. It is that an NGO would open accounts only on the platforms that it knows it can always keep updating. Open accounts on many social media platforms if it doesn't have time or can't manage them all. Is not to post on the social media accounts too seldom or too often. Because if it would seldom, there is the danger that the public would even forget about the NGO's activity. if it too often, then the public will be tired on their social media pages or accounts all the time posts of the NGO. Should not post more than twice a day. Another tip is to post only things related to the NGO's activity. Uh, for instance, if you have an NGO who deals with abandoned children, then if you begin to post about food or about travel, then you confuse your followers, and the followers will not know anymore what your activity is. Then, the written post should not be too long because they are going to be boring, and the public will not have the patience to read it until the end. Always engage the public. The public has to feel they are part of the activity of the NGO. NGO is dealing with feelings, and it is very important that they will give this feeling of belonging to the public. Last piece of advice would be to always bring into attention first the challenges the NGO is dealing with, positive activities driven by the NGO, their activities.
Thank you very much, Irina.
Thank you also.
I hope that you learn a lot from this communication part of NGOs. Now I would like to present my dear colleague Silvia. Silvia, can you tell us something about you and tell us what will you tell us today?
Sure, thank you. Hi, I'm Silvia. I will tell you a bit more about how you can improve your skills of communication in social media. Okay, first, I would like to tell you about clarifying your message. So, when you are creating any kind of message, you have to make sure it's clear and understandable. It is good to read things before you share it. The first one would be that you are aware what is the case that your cause is about. The second one is what are you trying to achieve by this way of communication, and the last one is who your target group is. Also, very important is for you to know how well you are meeting all the purposes. Thank you. Another information will be how to create shareable content. This is really also really important in social media. Nowadays, we are having so many different channels to communicate with each other. Because of this, you have to prepare your message to be simple and pleasant for the audience. If you are doing a video, make it short and to the point. If you are using a photo, you can add a quotation to it, so the message will be more clear. Or, of course, you cannot forget about being professional. The quality of those videos, photos, and everything needs to be really high, and the content also needs to be clear and good. Okay, personalize your approach. Research. Research is really important. How else you could know the people that you want to, share the message with? So you need to spend time on finding the information that you need exactly to make your message the most clear and the most understandable for a specified group of people. You can discover what topics they care about and what the hashtag they use. It also helps because you are aware of what things that they're interested in. And of course, the content needs to be adjusted every time you change the group that you're working on. So every time you need to then do the research again, changing the group. And of course, participation. As like in the NGOs, there's no possible way to interest people without asking their opinion about the things that you share them with. Like you can answer them questions. That's the most simple thing that you can do. They can tell you what their opinion is. You can then topics, about this. Other thing is polls. Polls are very popular right now, and people are willing to do them because they feel that they influence something. So it's really nice to share this with them as well. Events, of course, it's good to know who you're working for, with, and live with, and know someone in person is also very good. And you can seek opinions in many other ways, of course, depending on the type of message that you would like to share. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Silvia. So I hope that you remembered everything you heard. So be very careful with your content and think about your followers. Now I would like to present dear colleague of mine, Pavel. Can you tell us please something about yourself? And he'll give you more individualized approach to this topic.
Hello, my name is Pablo and I work in marketing. I'm gonna tell you about how to use your individual social media account. If you want to use your social media individually, remember to follow very simple steps. Don't use too many platforms. Try to stick to the one that you feel most comfortable with and use it mostly. For example, you can use Instagram because it's most influential social media platform. You can use Facebook because it's the biggest audience and biggest reach, or you can use Twitter for more individual approach with your audience. Of course, you can always use classical blogs. This is social media that allows you to write a longer articles and share much more content with your audience. Remember about hashtags. They will help you with reaching your audience and they can spread viral, which would drastically increase the amount of people that will. You have to create a plan of posting. You have to post consistently and have schedule. The audience gonna follow someone else who posts every day or every week because you have to be very consistent about it. Your content should be very high quality. You have to be picky about it because you have to show your audience things that are relevant for them, that are helpful and entertaining. The studies say that posting a photos are most shareable content that you can post online. So focus on them. Build a community with your audience. Try to ask them what are the problems they're having, what would be helpful for them, and what they find entertaining. I think that's are all the tips I have for you if you want to use your individual social media account. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Then we continue. So I have one more special colleague of mine here today. His name is Wilhelmus. Can you please tell us something about yourself? What do you do?
Okay, actually, my name is Wilhelmus. Right now, I am with you guys. In my daily life, I am like the chairman of one youth organization association. And actually, what we talk right now here, what I listen, it's everything is really important in the NGO. And actually, I learned some lessons right now while I was listening to you. So I'm really happy that I've been here. Next time, maybe I will share my experience, maybe in about the project management or something. Yes, but the communication is really important nowadays.
More question for you. So I realized, I actually saw you that you like taking photos much. So could you please share with our listeners a few tips of how to make a good photography? Because photography is one of the main content that you actually publish on social media.
Yes, thank you for your attention to this. Actually, this is my hobby. I'm not a professional one, but still, I like it. I like it, and I'm doing it. What is the most important? The most important thing is, I guess, the content. Say, what you need to tell the story in the picture or tell that moment, which can that situation. In a mountain, me and a few more people decided to go to the mountain to a different way, and one of the reasons why we did this was because we wanted to have more natural experience, and at the same time to get let's say different pictures. Yeah, so
Okay, thank you very much. Now we will tell you something more about how social media is actually redefining activism. So, as you all know, today everyone's on their mobile phones, everyone is active on internet, on social media. And the thing is, people are just responsive like here and now. So if you have any cause, any very important message, it is social media that gives you that increased sense of urgency and also enhanced individual agency, because you can reach every follower at his home, at his work. You can be in constant touch with them. So it's very important to actually listen what they want, what they are interested in, so you can meet their needs, so you can give them extra value, and they will follow you. And also, that is the way that you can maintain loyalty of your, for example, customers, members, followers, etc. I will share more useful tools when you do your campaigns, when you send your messages. So we already talked about photos. Photo editing is also one of the greatest parts of preparing your content. So if you don't have special software in your on your computers, on laptops, you can use different online tools that are free and that are accessible from any place where you work. So for example, you can use Canva, you can use PictureMonkey, you can just Google it, and for sure you will find the tool that fits you the best. Also, be cautious about text and grammar. So when you put any kind of content, it is very important that it's correct. So always check your spelling. And if you use words that are not in your language, also check the context of your sentences. And especially when you're doing translations, if you use Google Translate, please always check, did you do it right? Of course, about page management. If you have a lot of different social media pages, you can use Buffer or something similar. So you have one point of contact and you can manage all of your campaigns from one site. So you don't have to log in, log out at every single platform. And we are getting to the end of today's session. So I would like to share one quote with you. Social media is not about the exploitation of technology, but service to community. So the point is, we don't have to use technology for everything, but we have to create that extra value. We have to use technology to create something that we will share with the world, with others, and it will send our message, and it also have to be very clear, and we have to be very how do you say it? Well, smart about it. Actually, we have to be smart about it and always remember to have fun whatever you do. Now we will have some time for questions. If we have any participants that want to ask questions, please be free, and we will show you how we actually look. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so here we are. Come, team, come. Hello, everyone. We are waiting for your questions. Hi. Thank you, Tunsium. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Any questions? We are here for 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 6, 7. Well, hello from Zagreb. Mateo, we are very nice that you are with us.
I didn't know we have audience. Awesome.
Yes, of course.
Hi.
Matea is from Association Strive. She's responsible for me being here, so thank you very much. I hope you learned a lot from this one. And 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much.
Now we need to wait 5 seconds.